This is Vishwanathan Anand, also known as Vishwanathan, born on 11th of December 1969, who is India's first chess grandmaster and also former 5-time world chess champion. This is Boris Gelfand, an Israeli chess grandmaster, also who is 6-time world chess championship candidates. Both of them face up against each other often so many times, and both of them shows their incredible talent and skill. But today we are going to look at one of the finest victory of Vishwanathan Anand. So let's just watch the game together. Now, this game, Anand was white and Boris Gelfand was black. The game starts with pawn e4, pawn c5, knight c3. We can see now as a close Sicilian with pawn d6, pawn f4, pawn g6, knight f3, and bishop g7, where Boris is penetrating his bishop. Bishop c4, knight c6, pawn d3, e6, and castle. Now we can see this is the mainland of the close Sicily. Knight ge7, and now we can see the finest queen maneuver, queen e1. Often this queen moves is allowing to go to queen g3 or queen h4 with the aid of knight g5 and potential checkmate threat on h7 after white being castled. So black prevent the knight g5 threat with h6 and white owing the bishop back to b3. This is a very flexible move. Pawn a6 and try to get the space advantage with b5. But you're Anand strike in the center as long as the king is not being committed the castle. So Anand strike immediately with pawn to e5, which is a little mistake as it gets this little square for the knight with knight f5. And after king h1, Boris flank his knight on d4 and Anand played knight e4, preparing with knight to d6 check. So allowing some forcing exchange with knight takes f3, rook takes f3, pawn takes c5, pawn takes c5, knight takes c5, and now rook back to f1. Now being white, Anand is down, being down a pawn, but the thing is that white got this weak square and f6 and also kind of weak pawn on h6 as the king is still in the center. So black tried to solve the problem with pawn to g5, but it's allows some weaknesses on the king side along with the light squares. Now Anand brought his queen to g3 and after castle, and this is the time Anand shows no mercy and kind of disrespectful to our opponents with this brilliant sacrifice with bishop takes g5. And after h takes g5, knight takes g5. Now you can see this is a very strong knight, and probably the ideas come with queen to h4 and queen h7 main. So that's it to prevent the queen h4. Now Boris brought his knight to g6, and now rook e1, like taking all the pieces into the game. And after queen e7, now white must find a way how to get to the h7 square with the queen, as the queen cannot go to h3 because of the knight is hanging, and the black can simply take the knight. To solve this problem, now Anand find a beautiful move, and probably this is the for all these moves, this game has become a very unique one. Can you guess the move from white? Yes, it's rook f5. Fantastic move, which is actually supposed the queen, and also at the same time the pawn is pinned due to the queen is dead. So now the next threat is queen to h3. So and Boris tried to defend the position with bishop to f6 and trying to chop the knight off in the next move. But this bishop moves allowing a little problem along this line over the knight on g6, because the knight takes e6 on the board, and at f takes e6 it is not queen g6 but rook takes e6. Now showing one after another some blow after blow with brilliant moves. Now rook e6 and king g7 happened. Let's have a look. Let's quick with bishop takes e6. Now queen g6 on the way, and after queen g7, bishop e6, rook f7, now bishop f7, king f8, and queen takes f6, queen f6, rook f6, and now white is just up a piece. Now going back, after rook takes e6, black just move the king here and accept the queen with queen defeated, rook takes e7 now, bishop takes e7, rook takes f8, and it's all over with h4. Coming the next h5, which the game will finish very soon. Now that was an excellent game from Anand. So of course they played more than 20 times in their chess career. Also Gelfand has so many finest victory, but most of the time Anand shows maximum victory against him. So yes, and I hope you enjoyed this Brilliance from Anand, and I'll come up with some interesting game like that in our next video. So stay tuned with me, and I'll catch you in my next video with you. So thank you so much.